some things never change. Like the sound of pads crushing against the equipment, the feel of cleats on fresh-cut grass, or the deep breaths from a full practice. Another thing that never changes, the feeling of relief when the whistle blows for break. And the savory snack to go along with it. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
There are 50 Whitaker Bank locations serving Kentucky communities just like mine.
61 Whitaker Bank ATMs throughout Kentucky make getting quick access to cash easy.
Whitaker Bank staff serves the needs of nearly 70,000 Kentucky customers every day.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
At Atkinson Center Commode, helping you through your financial situation is our only purpose.
We're involved at every step, guiding you towards relief. Take the first step and dial 859-CALL-ASK or visit ask-law.com to schedule a free consultation.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be, for generations to come.
High school sports have evolved thanks to Prep Spin. Tonight, catch all the hard-hitting action live and in real time as the game happens in 1080p HD video. Join us tonight for the Mingy Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week with the legend Gary Ball, Coach Mike Meehan, and the King of Stream, William Moorfield. Nobody does high school football like Prep Spin does. The Mingy Beef Jerky High School Game of the Week comes your way now.
High school football. It is playoff time, and the Eagles, off their big win over number 2 ranked Somerset last weekend, 42-35, are playing on the road again, believe it or not, actually playing at Lexington Catholic, just missing the A here on the field. If you're watching on Prep Spin, you got the best of both worlds tonight, and we've got William Wardfield, the king of string, the owner and president of Prep Spin, with us tonight, so you're going to be blessed with lots of great visuals on top of listening to the game on WJMM. But last week, obviously a big win for LCA, but Matt, we've had lots of rain, slush. The field is just horrendous, so Lexington Catholic was nice enough to let Lexington Christian Academy come over here and play, and with the weather that we've had, man, what a blessing that is.
Yeah, I tell you what, I was talking to the coaching staff a little bit down there just a few minutes ago, Greg, and they're thrilled to be here. Obviously, it plays into the speed and just a lot of things that LCA does offensively and stuff. But yeah, just to have a really good playing surface is huge, and of course, Catholic willingness to open that up for the home team here at LCA tonight is wonderful. Great opportunity, I think, honestly, for both teams.
Well, LCA 8-1, big win last week over Somerset. Is always just a war. LCA got off to a great start, 21-0, but you know in a battle like that Somerset wasn't going to lay down, and they did. And we came back and we had a tied game going into the fourth quarter. It was anybody's game. LCA winds up pulling out 42-35. But, man, it doesn't get much bigger of a game than that. But you can't let your guard down against Metcalfe County tonight.
No, not going back like you just said. Somerset played. Obviously, they were down early and stuff. But you know what? A team that's been to the table, they know what it tastes like. And they've been to the table, and they're like, you know what? We're not going to give up that easily. And they fought back, and it was, ended up, really coming in, especially that third quarter. But we're looking here this year for the Eagles to get to the table and get some grub on, if you know what I mean, with bringing home that championship. So, but it's one game at a time, and right now you got to take care of business tonight, because if you don't, and it's over.
It is over, and obviously LCA quarterfinals. Let's talk a little bit about Metcalfe County. Metcalfe County 6-2. Great story. Last year, Matt, they were 1-10. And this year they go 6-2. They got a big win last week over their arch rival, Edmonson County, who they had lost earlier in the season too. They won last week, 34-27. They are Class 2A. Obviously, this is the Class 2A playoffs, but they only dressed 29 kids. So obviously, a majority of the kids are playing both ways. But obviously, those kids got to be really tough to go 6-2. So on top of dealing with all the COVID craziness, man, they've had to be extra mentally and physically tough, because you only got 29 players on your team. Everybody's playing a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And like you said, last year they were 1-10, correct? So, to see that difference, I don't know all the details, the inner workings and everything that has gone on, but I do know one thing for sure, is that team has bought in. They have bought in this year and changed that culture, and obviously that's where they are here, second round of the playoffs.
Well, you're going to have a contrast of two styles tonight. Obviously, watch Lexington Christian Academy. They like to throw the ball, no huddle offense, over 2,200 yards in the air, 1,000 on the ground, but a little bit different on the Metcalfe side. They like to pound it in. They've got almost 2,000 yards running. They're going to run it 70% of the time, pass it 30% of the time. Tonight, that might work a little bit in Metcalfe's favor possibly because of the weather and the conditions.
Yeah, obviously, they want to keep LCA's offense off the field, obviously, and run that clock, keep that high-powered offense that can score so quickly, so many different weapons. So it could absolutely play into their benefit.
Well, we know LCA, everything starts with Drew Nevis, outstanding quarterback. It's hard to believe the guy had never played just a few snaps the year before.
Wow.
Starts this year against the toughest schedule in the state, hands down, on the road almost every week. First, I believe, 7 games to be specific on that, but is the second leading passer in Class 2A and is in the top 5 in the whole state. 61% of his passes, 2,138 yards, 24 touchdowns. Drew Nevis having a phenomenal year.
Baptize him by fire is what they say. Throw him in there. I tell you what, he comes in here this season, like you said, the hardest schedule. Has done a phenomenal job. Has led this team, and here we are. Get ready for second round of playoff action.
Well, LCA is going to be receiving the kickoff. So getting ready to kick off for Metcalfe County is Dakota Shaw. Not sure what we're waiting on here, but hopefully. All right. Well, we got the clocks stuck here, so we're getting ready to kick is up. Line drive kick. It's filmed, but dropped by Teorina, and he does the wise thing and just falls on it. And Matt already a wet field. Also, obviously, got to be a lot of nerves, too. And fortunately for LCA, able to recover that kickoff.
One thing too, obviously, we talked about the playing surface. When this surface here is sport turf, is what they're playing on, the new artificial turf version that's become so popular. It's very slick too. When that ball hits it, it will scoot a lot faster and quicker than normal and natural grass.
LCA starting out in their usual pistol formation. Nevis back at quarterback. He's got Parker Cheney to his left. Xavier Brown goes in motion. He hands it off to him on in the round. He cuts upfield. He's got a little hole, 30, all the way down to about the 37-yard line. That's going to be a first down. And Xavier Brown, he missed a couple of games with an injury, but looked really good last week and off to a good start tonight, Matt.
No doubt about it. Xavier's really kind of, came on, every single week. He's just been vital to the program's success. He's done a great job.
First on LCA, Nevis throws a little pass out to Will Vernon. Pass is complete. He's going to get up to about the 41-yard line before he's brought down by Devon Anderson, the junior.
Like this tempo. They wanted to, and you talked about the depth too, especially going into the second half, but they play so fast, and with a lot of Metcalfe players playing both ways, they're hoping that plays a toll in the second half.
Brown goes in motion again. Selby, he gets a handoff this time. He's got a big hole. He's going to have the first down and more. He's at the 40, all the way down to about the 38-yard line. Jeffrey Selby, the junior, we've been talking about him all season, just gets better every game, man.
Yeah, he really made a huge difference, I think, in the offseason because he, came back, he really put in a lot of work, got a lot stronger. His lower half is just so powerful.
First and 10 for LCA from the 39. Snap a little bit quicker than he was expected. Unfortunately, he was able to hold on to it. He's got a first down and more. He's going to take it to the house. Touchdown, LCA. Drew Nevis with the 38-yard run. And, Matt, I tell you, very fortunate because the snap, I think they weren't on the same page. Fortunately, Nevis was able to catch that shotgun snap. And then
it's almost like that counter action, that little delay, helped LCA's offense on that particular play. And he found some daylight and was able to put on the Jets and take it to the house. And you talk about they wanted to get another early start. They're on their way.
Drew Nevis, he is the actually leading rusher, and that's his third rushing touchdown of the year. Andrew Dobbs coming on for the extra point. Unfortunately, it's off, so it's going to be no good. Don't see that happen.
You don't see that very often, so we're all kind of like stunned here looking like he missed that. But it does happen, but that not something often with Dobbs, that's for sure.
Yeah, Dobbs was 30 of 31 on extra point attempts before that one, but the weather conditions, we talked about that, probably going to play a factor tonight, so that one is no good, but LCA off to a good start as they get on the board 6-0 on their opening drive. And, Matt, only 1 minute on that opening drive. We still got 11 minutes left in the first quarter. So, obviously, when you're playing a team, you're more rated. You've got the highest RPI in the state. You played the toughest schedule. You don't want to let a team like Metcalfe County think that, maybe they can play with you. So that was a good thing, the LCA getting off to a great start tonight.
The old saying, coaching terms, get on that throttle early and don't come off of it.
Dobbs will be kicking it off from his 40-yard line and back deep for Edmonson County. Number 12, Tyler Neal. He's a 5'7" sophomore. We've seen Dobbs kick it in the end zone a lot this year. Let's see here with the conditions, wind and a little mist and rain out, see what he can do in this. And he shows that's not going to affect him any, and that's actually going to hit about the 1 yard line and go in. So
almost made up for that extra point there and put it through the uprights.
What a powerful leg. I mean, I run out of adjectives to describe what a tremendous leg that Andrew Dobbs has. And as we keep saying, just a junior, outstanding junior class for LCA.
Yeah, huge weapon at any level to have. Obviously, the kicking game, the special teams is the third part of this game, included with the offensive defense. But have a weapon like that at this level is tremendous.
Peyton Dow is the quarterback for Metcalfe County. He's thrown for 13 touchdowns, but they are mainly going to be run the ball. Handoff, tries to go to the left side there, but Johnny Bruce Drake with great penetration and handoff to Devin Anderson, the junior, but nothing there. And LCA got a lot of hats on the ball. I know you like to see that, Matt.
Love that early on. It's just a competition amongst their unit against their defensive unit. Who's going to get there? Who's going to get the tackle? It just breeds that competitiveness.
Going to be a loss of 2 yards on that. So Metcalfe County, they played Edmonson County last week in their big playoff game and got the win over their arch rival. But going to be lost too. So 2nd 10. If you're listening on the radio, 10:20 left, opening half. LCA leading Metcalfe County 6-0. This time Dial takes it. He's trying to roll out to his left. Looks out, and it's going to be incomplete. So something that obviously Metcalfe County's not real comfortable about, but LCA, one of the things we've talked about on this D line, they've got a lot more size, and as you talked about all season, tremendous speed on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, last week we talked about, Greg, I would be really surprised if any team tries to get outside on LCA. I just haven't seen it all year. As far as consistently, getting outside of their defense. And my understanding is Metcalfe has a bigger offensive line overall than Somerset, so they're definitely going to try and run between the tackles.
Well, unfortunately, Gabe Zermali, their leading running back, 16 touchdowns on the year. You heard before the game down the field, Matt, that he's not available tonight. And so, man, that hurts when you're a running team and your leading rushers down. But this time, Anderson tries to run – Alderson, tries to run up the right side, but gets a little bit of that back, but still going to be another long down play for Metcalfe County.
Yep.
Oh, goodness. So it's going to be 4th down and 8 for Metcalfe County, so they're going to have to try to punt it. And
yeah, great job by the first possession by the defense to get that 3 and out, and obviously keep that throttle going is what the coaching staff is talking this week, to get out early, as you just mentioned, Greg, here hopefully in this game and have a chance to get another score.
Peyton Dial, the quarterback, also punts. He gets a really nice punt off, takes a nice roll for Metcalfe County. Gets bounced at midfield all the way down to about the 44-yard line.
Yeah, the Eagles have seen something because that was all out the block there. There was no return for that. They were going after that block punt and almost had it. They believe that as far as from the scouting report that there's something there that they feel that they'll be able to possibly get a block punt tonight.
We want to offer congratulations to head coach Doug Charles. He was just selected the Kentucky Coach of the Year by the Kentucky Football Coaches Association, so no greater honor than when your peers select you as Coach of the Year. But hand off to Vernon on the end around. He sweeps to the right. He's going to have the 1st down and more. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. One man to beat. He's going to beat him. 5. Touchdown, LCA. Will Vernon takes it 56 yards to the house. Uh-oh, you may have heard that. Some dirty laundry, Mr. Leo.
Uh-oh. Don't say it's so, but it looks like it's coming back. That was a great run by Will Vernon to get to the outside and just put on the Jets. Basically ran away from everybody else, and unfortunately it looks like there's probably a holding on the Eagles.
Well, unfortunately that will negate a 56-yard touchdown run for the senior Will Vernon. Senior Will Vernon having an outstanding player. We talked about Metcalfe County, a lot of guys playing both ways. Will Vernon also doing an outstanding job as a defensive back this year too, Matt.
He is. It is obviously a handful of the Eagles that play both ways as well. And so, but on both sides of the ball, he's an impact player and great leadership.
Will Vernon, he'll be playing somewhere on Saturday. Several colleges looking at him to play next year. And this time set up a little screen pass over to Mason Moore. He breaks several tackles. He's in the open field. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Mason Moore. Back-to-back plays. LCA one on a running play with Will Vernon. This time they get it in the playmaker's hands, Mason Moore, and what an outstanding year he's had. He just takes a little pass out there, and then we knew he's a great defensive player last year, but wow, what an explosion he's had on the offensive side of the ball.
I mean, it's back-to-back touchdowns. He plays, that just drives you nuts if you're on the other side of the ball there, but outstanding execution to come back and obviously just get the ball in the end zone again after that penalty.
This time the extra point by Dobbs is good, and LCA with 8:58 left here in the opening quarter leads the visitors from Metcalfe County 13-0 for Mason Moore. That was his 10th touchdown of the year. He's got almost 800 yards receiving on 43 receptions, and everybody obviously knows Xavier Brown, phenomenal player, the leading pass receiver in Class 2A, 4th in the state, the whole state, but somebody's got to be open. If you focus on Xavier Brown, Mason Moore will make you pay.
Yeah, Mason's another guy that goes both ways. play safety, corner at different times. I think he had a really good game last week in the playoffs defensively as well. And of course, was it Parker Chaney too? Had a great game, young freshman. But Mason Moore is doing it on both sides of the ball, impact player as well, and really just got a head for the game and understands the game. He's got great football instincts. I see it, week in and week out watching games, and he just kind of knows the game of football. And obviously with his dad, I'm not surprised Marty Moore with that at all.
Well, LCA couldn't get off to a better start. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. The Eagles lead 13-0. LCA's offense clicking on all cylinders so far, and Coach Doug Charles and Oakley Watkins, those guys put together a great offensive game plan every week, and this one's going to hit right at the end zone line going in. So I guess 1 extra point off. Mr. Dobbs is like, all right, I'm going to make somebody pay, and so he just kicks them back to back. But we want to thank Asbury University for being the sponsor of Lexington Christian Academy High School football. If you're a high school student looking for a great university to attend for 4 years, or if you're a non-traditional student looking to go back and get a degree, check out all they have to offer online at asbury.edu. That's asbury.edu. Also, they have you can take a virtual tour with COVID. They've got a great virtual tour of the campus, so check them out at asbury.edu. This time Alderson gets it. He runs off to the left side, but not much there. Johnny Bruce Drake with great penetration and trips him up. And LCA, like you said, just such tremendous defensive speed. You might get past one guy, but you still got another Eagle to get. And we talked about last week, Matt, over 9 guys on the LCA defensive side of the ball with over 20 tackles. So a lot of guys getting it done on the defensive side of the ball for LCA.
They sure are. Like you said, I think one of the biggest difference, too, is that size up front, the penetration that you see with that defensive line, shooting gaps, establishing a new line of scrimmage. It starts up there. But, then, of course, the linebackers and secondary, very well coached and really have had a great season.
This time Alderson runs it right up the middle, but once again, Johnny Bruce Drake, Neil Dickey, the outstanding senior in there, Matty LeBrick. I'm sorry. Yep, that is Matty LeBrick. I saw the 4. I was like, maybe it's Selby, but Matty LeBrick. And speaking of Matty LeBrick, he went over 300 tackles for his career last week, all-time leading tackler in LCA history. So what a great, great career he's having.
Hey, he is. I tell you what, that's a big mark to go over. That's a lot of tackles. What that is just a lot of hardcore football. Just obviously getting, making plays, having that engine that never stops. And he seems like we call his name consistently the last several years. Watching him has been a lot of fun.
3rd and 13 for Metcalfe County. 7:26 left in the opening quarter. LCA leading 13-0. This time they faked the handoff. Pass over. Oh, it was complete, but it went off the receiver's hands. Mason Moore's got it. He's going to take this one all the way in for a touchdown. He's untouched, but what a tough break for Metcalfe County. Wyatt Ray Blythe, the junior, had it hit him right in the hands, and he couldn't bring it down. It bounced off his hands, right in the hands to Mason Moore. And
he caught that? Wow. We don't have the luxury here to seeing a replay. We got it right here, maybe coming up. But, wow, look at this.
We do have the replay.
Yeah, here it comes right
here.
here.
To have William Warfield in the house with us, so we got some replays.
Look at this. Wide off his hands. Yeah, I thought there was maybe a second tip before Mason got to it. But great concentration by Mason to keep that ball, bring that ball in and take it to the house.
LCA going for 2. Nevis rolls out to his left. Metcalfe County tries to throw a little pitch, but it's going to be intercepted in the end zone. So unsuccessful there on the 2-point attempt. But Mason Moore gets one on the offensive side and one on the defensive side of the ball. And he's a junior, outstanding junior class at LCA.
Yeah, just talking about the impact players, he just, right there, 2 pretty much back-to-back plays on 2 different possessions, offensive, defense possessions, comes up with 2 scores. So phenomenal job there with Mason.
Well, we were talking a little bit earlier, Matt. Coach Doug Charles was selected as the high school football coach of the year by the Kentucky High School Coaches Association. no greater honor when your peers select you as the coach of the year. And Coach Doug Charles, only his second year, but doing a phenomenal job. The Eagles 18-3, and that was playing a really tough schedule last year and the toughest schedule in the state this year. Talk a little bit about the job Coach Doug Charles is doing.
Man, it's hard to say enough, good things. Not only knowing Coach Charles, personally a little bit as well. Just a phenomenal guy. Loves these players. That's the thing. And you know what? They know he loves them.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, when you have that relationship between coach and player like that, it's bigger than the game of football. It's even larger, and that's what Coach Charles brings. There's no doubt why they play for him, why they love playing for him. It's just a special relationship right there, and I think that's the root of Coach Charles will tell you there's so many great people around him, but that's, again, his humility. But hats off to Coach Charles with the Coach of the Year award. It's a phenomenal recognition. Very, very happy for him.
Well, this time, LCA kicks a line drive kick, shake it up a little bit at Michael Verhodge for Metcalfe County. A 6-foot senior falls on the ball, and Metcalfe County will take over about their own 26-yard line. So
similar to last week, huh? It just jumped out kind of early in that first quarter, up 21 points. So I look for Metcalfe to make some adjustments here and settle back down. They obviously, like I said, they're missing a running back. I think that's a big part as well, unfortunately for them. But they're going to look to, I think, pound it between the tackles.
Yeah, they are missing their leading rusher on the air. This time, Alderson gets around the left side, getting all the way up to about the 40-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds by Parker Cheney. But, yeah, their leading rusher, Gabe Zermali, running for almost 900 yards, averaging almost 7 yards a carry, 16 touchdowns. We just found out for the game that he was not available to play tonight. And, man, that has got to be painful when you run the ball 70% of the time and your leading rusher's out.
Yes, it's very painful. Without a doubt, the ball goes through him quite a bit. And to make those adjustments here, not knowing how long they've known that, but I guarantee you it hasn't been that long. 1st
and 10 for Metcalfe County from the 41-yard line this time. Try to pass it over the middle. Pass incomplete, but you get a late flag comes in there at the last moment. Not sure what that was about. Pass was intended for Rudy Wisdom, 6'1" junior for Metcalfe County, but
I tell you what, that was a tough one. Nothing you can do but just play the next play. Get that out of your head, but that was very close, very close. But like you said, it's called, and you got to play on.
Well, Parker Cheney just having a phenomenal year. He's got 3 interceptions. He's in the top 10 in the state in Class 2A, a freshman, and Somerset tried to pick on him in the first game back on October 16th. He had 2 interceptions and just really, really growing, getting better every game. Alderson this time on the handoff. He breaks several tackles. Wow, what a great effort by Alderson. He's all the way down to about the 36-yard line before he's brought down by the Eagles, and that's going to be 2nd down and about 4. And Metcalfe County, like I said, 70% of the time they're going to run, 30% of the time passing. But Alderson, no slouch by any stretch. He's got almost 500 yards, 2 touchdowns himself, but he's not used to running the ball this often because, like I said, Zermali, who is 9th in Class 2A, is the main guy in the backfield, but he's taking advantage of his opportunities tonight. So 2nd down, let's call it 4 from the LCA 38. This time tries to pass it out to right wing there, but going to be incomplete.
Yeah, I
We've
believe
got another flag down.
I believe Tyler Morris got his hands coming from the outside. Got his hands on that ball, was deflected the ball a little bit.
So they're going to actually say no flag. So good communication there by the officials. If you're an LCA fan, you like that. Obviously, if you're a Metcalfe County fan, the Hornets is the mascot of Metcalfe County. You're not happy about that, but that's going to make it 3rd down and 4 for Metcalfe County from the LCA 38. 5 minutes and 53 seconds left in the first quarter. I'm Greg Horn, former Wildcat New York Giant Matt Leo alongside me here. Oh, okay. Snap in motion for Metcalfe County. Dial looking to pass. Passes, right on the mark. Great pass by Dial, but unfortunately Sawyer Edwards just couldn't come up with it. Sawyer Edwards, a 6'2 junior. Not used to. We got William Warford here with us tonight. The president and founder of Prep's been doing a great job and giving us. We got replays we can have tonight, so we'll get better as the game goes on. I promise.
I think Edmonds is one of their go-to guys. He's listed at 6'2", a senior, so definitely got that size and length, and one of their biggest threats.
Yeah, Blythe's our leading receiver on the year. He's got 37 receptions, almost 500 yards, 8 touchdowns on the year. Sawyer Edmonds is the second leading receiver. He's got 19 receptions, 350 yards, and 4 touchdowns. So they do throw the ball some. I don't want to act like they not run the ball, but we've got a timeout, so we're going to take a 1-minute break, send it back to Ron White, our producer at the station. Your score with 5:49 left in the first half. First quarter, Lexington Christian Academy 19, the Hornets of Metcalfe County 0.
Same MRI, same CT scan. Same items, different prices. So why would you pay more for the same thing? Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI can save you 30 to 60% compared to the costs of local hospitals. We have a state-of-the-art facility in the Lexington area. We believe that every patient deserves the best in affordable, quality care. Avoid surprise billing. Come to Lexington Diagnostic Center. Imaging focused on you.
Welcome back, Lexington Christian Academy High School football. Dial passes down the left sideline, and the pass is complete to Sawyer Edmonds with great pass and a even better catch there by Edmonds. He brings it down at the 20-yard line, so a very good use of that timeout there by Edmonton County. I keep calling them Edmonton County because that's who they played last week, Metcalfe County. So big play there for Metcalfe County. They're right at the red zone on the 20-yard line of LCA. So those Nerves playing here on the road and traveling, I believe it's about a 2-hour and 15-minute drive, I'm not mistaken, for Metcalfe County. Dial this time hands it off to Alderson. He breaks a couple of tackles, but then he's going to be brought down. Elijah Hammond, Jeffrey Selby in on the tackles. So Eagles really trying to $19-0, LCA leading. If you're listening on the radio, 5:18 left in the first quarter. LCA scored on 2 offensive possessions, then Mason Moore returned the interception for a touchdown. So far, all LCA, but Metcalfe County getting a little momentum here as they are down in the red zone in LCA territory. This time Dial on the quarterback keeper. He tries to roll out, but then he cuts it back up the middle, but Mason Moore at home brings him down. Also, Matty LeBrick on the bottom of that pile, and so going to be down to about the 17-yard line, maybe a gain of 1, so that's going to be 3rd down and 7 for LCA.
I believe Neil Dickey is shooken up pretty good. He really made phenomenal penetration on that play. It's really the reason why it was blown up so early, but this does not look good for 51, Neil Dickey, coming off to the sideline, but phenomenal job with his get-off that really started that penetration to get that tackle forces 3rd and 6.
Dial, pistol formation, got Alderson. He fakes a handoff to Alderson, pass on the middle, and had him there, but looked like there might have been a little hold there on his jersey, and the official catches that as Blythe was the intended receiver. So Metcalfe County, the Hornets doing a good job moving the ball, mixing it up too, Matt. A little bit more passing than we were expecting.
I did. They've settled down here a little bit. They've obviously we had a couple pass interference that have moved the possessions with first downs and stuff, but they've settled down here. They've made some mixing up run pass, and this is obviously their best drive so far of the ball game. 4:04
left in the opening quarter. Lexington Christian County second round playoffs quarterfinals of the playoffs, Class 2A. The Eagles of LCA ranked number 1 in Class 2A, leading the Hornets of Metcalfe County 19-0. See what they got drawn up this time. They got big Cole Shive, 6'3", 200 plus to the right there. This time Alderson tries to go right up the middle, but great penetration there. The Eagles, nothing happening there. Grant Vaught got big 54. He got some good penetration there and help from a couple other Eagles there, Matt.
Yeah, Vaught was there. I think Tyler Morris was there as well. But, again, a bunch of hats getting around the ball, penetrating, and that one came up for, I believe, a tackle for loss. Loss of three. So a big play there when you got the first and goal situation.
See what dials up, no pun intended. The quarterback hands it off to Alderson. A little razzle-dazzle, trying to throw it to Dial, but almost intercepted by LCA. Selby almost came up with it, but Metcalfe County, obviously bigger LCA, quicker LCA, pulls out a trick play.
Yeah, I think that was in the game plan too, as far as watching film from the Eagle coaching staff, as far as looking, being prepared for some of these trick plays. And we just saw the first one here tonight. He had them early, but if he would have let it go a little sooner, I think he had them. But obviously the penetration, the pursuit was there, and it forced him to hold the football a little bit, and then the ball just came out with a poor release and almost was an interception, as you talked about with Selby.
Well, one of the things if you're Metcalfe County, you definitely want to try to get some points. You get the ball down this close. So they have not attempted a field goal, at least by the statistics that I was able to get before the game. So probably will go 40 on fourth down. Dial, big Anthony Johns gets in there and says, no more passing for you, Mr. Dial. And Anthony Johns, we just see him stepping up, getting better every game, and he brings a lot of size, but also a lot of quickness for such a big guy.
He's got that quick step. Big John coming through and wrecking things up. He's great job there. There's 2 plays back-to-back with tackles for loss. So obviously Metcalfe's going in the wrong direction, and the Eagles are forcing them a longer field in a first and goal situation.
Well, Anthony John, 6'1", 280, just a junior. He's having a phenomenal year, and it's one of the things I think has made such a big difference this year. LCA on the defensive side of the ball has got some good size, and Grant Vaught, some guys that got a little bit of beef on them in there, and obviously great speed. You've got 5 guys that can run 4.6 or less in the 40, so a lot of team speed. Dial looking to pass, tries to set up a bubble screen. He's got it, but can't break the tackle. Great effort there by Sawyer Edmonds, but LCA goes against that play a lot in practice, Matt, because the Eagles love to run that bubble screen.
They love that screen, and I tell you, it's a play that you're looking to obviously counter the defensive penetration and that speed, but LCA was able to sniff that out and came up with a big fourth down stop there deep in their own territory.
Well, unfortunately, Metcalfe County is not able to get any points out. Like I said, they've not attempted a field goal this year, so they turn it over on down. So LCA will have it again for their third offensive possession this first quarter. LCA leading 19-0, 2 minutes, 8 seconds left the opening quarter. On the reverse to Xavier Brown, he shakes one tackler, but good pursuit there. And then on the wet turf, he loses his feet, but Xavier Brown, good things can always happen, but got to give Metcalfe County's defense plus Xavier Brown's hard to tackle in the open field.
There's no doubt about it. They really kind of set up a trick play of their LCA zone with almost like a reverse, but Metcalfe did a good job stretching that east and west.
Luke Meadows, a big 75 for Metcalfe County, helped bring Xavier Brown down. Nevis is ready to go. This no-huddle offense. Nevis pass complete to Mason Moore at the 22. Breaks one tackle, but then he is brought down by Mason Estes, the 5'8 sophomore for Metcalfe County. Going to be at the 26-yard line, so it's going to be 2nd down and 2. I want to give a shout-out to Aaron Hogue, the Central Kentucky Director for Fellowship Christian Athletes. Good friend to both of us, and just does a great job with Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Matt?
Phenomenal. Love Aaron and his family, and I believe they're on the air here tonight, checking out the little high school football action.
Nevis keeps on quarterback keep. He's going to have the first down. He's going to be out of bounds, and the LCA fans don't like it. Thought maybe went a little too far past the white line there, but nevertheless, LCA gets another first down. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles at their own 32-yard line. And one of the things that you don't see this often in a quarterback, but with Xavier Brown being out a couple games for injury, Drew Nevis is actually leading the Eagles in rushing with almost 280 yards on the year, Matt.
Wow. Did not know that stat. That's impressive. Very impressive.
Well, Nevis just having a phenomenal year passing, but he is a dual threat because he can definitely run the ball. This time looking deep down the middle of the field. Oh, my goodness, Mason Moore, and thought there might be a penalty there. It looked like he might have got held up. At least there was definitely some contact there. But, unfortunately, player, I think it's hesitate to say when somebody's injured. I'm going to make sure, but he's holding his lower leg and possibly maybe Mason Estes. I apologize. I'm trying to see, put out the binoculars, but he was grabbing his lower leg as he tried to cut back with Moore, and there was some contact there.
Yeah, it just seems like I guess he really didn't touch Mason there on the replay, but I don't know. I think that sniper might have got him, but, but hopefully he's okay. Doesn't look – and
oh, my goodness. Well, it's good to see this young man get up, and it is Mason Estes, the 5'8" sophomore, so good to see he's able to walk off. A little bit of help from the trainer there, but if you're tuned in, you're like, hey, what's going on? I thought LCA, you just see LC. We're at Lexington Catholic. Lexington Catholic very kind to let the Eagles of Lexington Christian Academy come and play tonight. Obviously, with the weather that we've had over the past 5 or 6 days, snow and rain, LCA has a grass field, and it would just be a mess. So we appreciate the hospitality of the fine folks here at Lexington Catholic. Will Vernon goes in motion to the right. Nevis fakes it to Selby, passes it complete. Wow, Elijah Hammond had it, but I don't think he could hold on to it, so he drops it. And
yeah, it was right there. Elijah, I believe, is the guy that the LCA is kind of looking to go to here tonight. Some just really fits into a lot of the schemes and what they're looking, for. They think they have a advantage there, so he'll get another shot. But I know he wish he was able to bring that one in.
Well, one of the things when we were talking with Coach Charles and Oakley Watkins, they were hoping maybe to get the inside receivers Elijah Hammond and Will Vernon some touches because Metcalfe usually plays their safeties deep, and so right there just not able to get it to complete, but I'm sure they'll go back to again. Nevis scrambles out to his right. He's getting some pressure. He just lowers. He's going to run it now. Gets around the corner, and he's going to have a first down. Wow, tremendous speed. Alderson thought he had him in the backfield, but unfortunately, Matt, some more of that dirty laundry. And
I think there's a hold, obviously, with the location of that flag, and I think we're coming back with another holding call. Looks like LCA's 54, Grant Vault shooken up with a wrist or something. Came off the field and in some pain.
That's going to push the ball back deep into Eagles territory all the way back to the 15-yard line. We've got the blessing of watching on Prep Spin tonight. Also, you can listen on the radio at WJMM 99.1 FM. We're glad you're with us. I'm Greg Horn alongside former Wildcat New York Giant Matt Leo. Good night to be inside watching football. Nevis takes pistol formation. He's looking. Pass is complete. Xavier Brown to 30. Almost breaks free, but Alderson, the running back, does a great job wrapping up Xavier Brown, keeps him from getting past the 40. Need to get to the 44-yard line to get a first down, but big gain, got a lot of those yards back. It's going to be 4th down now for LCA, and Nevis, that LCA will go for that.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, wasn't sure here being on this territory, but lined up going for it.
Well, that is going to end the first quarter, so we're going to take a minute break, send it back to the station. Your score in quarterfinal playoff action, number 1 ranked Lexington Christian Academy 19, Metcalfe County 0. You're listening to Lexington Christian Academy High School Football on Life 99.1 FM and PrepSpin.com.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be, for generations to come.
High school sports have evolved thanks to PrepSpin.
Welcome back to Lexington Christian Academy High School Football. Greg Horn and Matt Leo with you. Braun White, producer, back in the radio. William Warfield on site tonight. Got the King of Stream with us. Passes complete to Moore. He's at 50, 40, brought down right about the 40. His knee going to be about the 42-yard line. So first down for LCA as they go for it on 4th down and moves it into Metcalfe County territory.
That's tough to swallow there. You're obviously 4th, and you're on your side of the field, and you're able to capitalize. So that's a big play for LCA.
Nevis takes it, throws a little pass out to Xavier Brown. He's trying to cut up field, and he just keeps grinding those legs. Going to get to about the 32-yard line before he is brought down. It's going to be a first down for LCA.
I tell you what, obviously Xavier's had a little bit of a knee issue there. Kind of went down a little awkward, but he's up, looking good. There's a little scare there, but Xavier's bounced right back.
Michael Bennett on the tackle for Metcalfe County, but first down for LCA from the 31-yard line of Metcalfe County. 11:33 left till halftime. Make sure you stay tuned for the halftime report brought to you by Asbury University. Asbury University, if you want to take a virtual tour, check them out online at asbury.edu. Nevis throws it to Selby, little pass out of the backfield. He's going to have another first down. Wow, he just runs over his own teammate, Elijah Hammond, says, get out of the way, baby. I'm trying to get to the house.
There's a Selby train coming through here. Let's go. You're in my way, and I've got a goal, and that's the goal line. So I tell you what, great run there by Jeff Selby there, and obviously the offensive line creating that new line of scrimmage and holes, just gaping holes for these backs to run through right now.
Selby all the way down to the 10-yard line, and Edmonson County head coach L.J. Harbison, he calls a timeout, wants to try to slow. You talked about the Selby train, this LCA offensive train they've got going, and Elijah Hammond having a little fun with him there. And, I want to give a shout-out sometimes guys like Elijah Hammond, just a great teammate from talking with the coaches. He plays almost every down on offense and defense. And, Matt, he does all the little things that help make them successful on offense, like blocking that, and yet he could be a great pass receiver. But without those guys also blocking, guys like Xavier Brown, Mason Moore, and Jeffrey Shelby, they can't do what they do.
Yeah, it really seems that this team buys into each other, have a love for each other, and, not the cliche as far as playing for your brothers, but I really feel, it just starts from Coach Charles. We mentioned that a little earlier about, with his award and recognition, but his love, for these players, and it trickles down amongst the players themselves, and, they're unselfish group, and they seem to be, team players for sure. And you talked about Elijah Hammond, hearing from the coaching staff, he's definitely a team player, and just willing to do whatever it takes, and so is all these Eagles, and that's, I believe, a big part of their season so far.
Parker Cheney gets the handoff from Nevis, sweeps to the right side. He's got Moores in front of him. He's going to be close. He got in, so touchdown Parker Cheney on the end around sweep there. He had some escort, good block there, and he takes it into the house, and Parker Cheney the freshman gets his second rushing touchdown of the year.
Tell you what, won the state championship last year, right?
Yes.
As part of that 8th grade state championship, and we've talked about it before, but contributing as a freshman, big time there. Parker Cheney, I think, really stepped up and grew a lot of confidence last week against Somerset.
Kick is up by Dobbs, and it is good. Speaking of Parker Cheney, a guy that reason Parker Cheney, he would have played regardless. I met with Coach Charles before the season started. We had a long breakfast meeting and just gave me a breakdown of the team, and he said Parker Cheney can be special. But I want to give a shout-out Frankie Knight. Frankie Knight got hurt like a few days for the season ending. I believe his shoulder injury. I may be incorrect, so I apologize. But Frankie Knight, one of the fastest players on this team, would have played a lot on both sides of the ball. Thankfully, Parker Cheney taking advantage of the opportunity he has. But just want to give Frankie Knight a shout-out because,
I'm so glad you brought that up, man. Yeah, because Frankie, he's a talent. You talk about that speed and just the ability. But thankfully, this program has grown beyond the varsity level and into obviously the junior varsity, the middle school team, and we just talked about that their state championships here, and further down on into obviously below the middle school and elementary 6th grade teams and stuff. So really just growing that talent, developing that talent, and you're seeing, I think, the fruits of it here with the likes of Parker Cheney.
Well, Parker Cheney is an outstanding player, both offensively and defensively. Like we said earlier, is in the top 10 in the state with interceptions as a freshman. And we talked about this last week, but Somerset tried to pick on him in that first game, and don't blame him. One of the top receivers in the state, Kate Grundy, they tried to go against him, but Parker Cheney said, you know what, I'm ready for it, and did a great job last week also against Somerset. Dobbs with a kick. This one's going to be bounce right at the end zone and go in. So just a plethora of kicks, mainly most of them going end zone. They did do a line drive kick last time just to kind of give special teams a different look, and if they're fortunate enough to make it another game. But you've got the blessing of both worlds tonight, watching on Prep Spin or listening on the radio, and their score is 26-0, Lexington Christian Academy over the Metcalfe County Hornets. 11 minutes and 4 seconds left till halftime.
You're talking about Dobbs again. It just eliminates, I don't know how many plays there are depending on the scores and stuff, the amount of kickoffs that LCA has, but obviously with their offense, they score a lot. But to put that in the end zone consistently, it takes away as a threat, at least, as far as a return, and that's big throughout the course of a football game.
This time Metcalfe County runs up the left side there, but good job, the LCA defense. Gabe Byrne, the senior. LCA only has 7 seniors, but, wow, those guys just doing such a great job this year. Gabe Byrne, Neil Dickey, Matty LeBrick. We've talked about Potter and also Grant Vaught, just 7 seniors. Like I said, quantity is not a lot, but as we were sharing, the quality, outstanding. Yeah,
there's no doubt those seniors, we mentioned them last week as well, but really stepping up with a lot of leadership and producing on the field.
I apologize, I said Grant Vaught. I meant Nathan Boggs. Nathan Boggs and Matthew Potter, big O-line, D-line guys, do a great job. But this time, try to run it right up the middle there. A little bit of a gain there, but not much happening there. Michael Bennett, the leading tackler, also, as we said, Metcalfe County, you only have 29 players. You're going to have a lot of guys playing both ways. Michael Bennett just ran the ball as their leading tackler on defense. As we said, Metcalfe County want to give them a little bit of credit here. They are playing without their leading rusher, Gabe Zumeli, almost 900 yards, averaging almost 7 yards a carry, number 9 in Class 2A in rushing, but he is unavailable to play tonight. So big loss there for the Hornets of Metcalfe County. Dial looking to pass, rolls out to his right. Pass had it for just a second, but not able to hold on to it. Sawyer Edwards, so tough break there for the Hornets.
It was. He had it there for a moment, and I think either Parker Cheney and also Will Vernon were able to get their hands in there and strip that ball away for an incompletion. 4th and about 3 to go, forces Metcalfe into a punting situation.
Dial does it all for the Hornets, he's obviously the quarterback, but he also punts and gets it off. Great pressure by LCA, but nice punt. Bounces at the 50-yard line, takes a Hornets roll all the way down to the 41-yard line. So Dial did a great job with that punt because LCA was bringing the heat.
Absolutely. They've gone after a couple of these punts already. Very close, maybe affecting them a little bit as far as accuracy and the distance of it, but they want to get one. They definitely want to get one. They believe that they can. They've seen it on film, and they'll keep trying as this ball game goes along.
26-0, Lexington Christian Academy leading the Hornets of Metcalfe County. Quarterfinal Class 2A playoff action. 9:17 left. Make sure you stay tuned for the halftime report brought to you by Asbury University. Nevis this time, handoff. Thomas White, another senior. And, man, he's showing how strong he is. Wow, what a tremendous effort by Thomas White. Drags about 5 Hornets all the way from the 45 to midfield. Should be first down, but unfortunately, that tremendous run is going to be negated by another penalty.
Yeah, a little sloppy there as far as some of the holds here, a little more than we're accustomed to watching the Eagles offense, and kind of really, obviously, it's 26-0, but it's hurt LCA in quite a bit on some big runs that have come back with those penalties. So. But, tell you, Thomas White, I think initially was contacted about 2 or 3 yards and drug the rest of that Metcalfe defense for another 6 or 7 yards.
We've talked about that great O-line, Matthew Potter, Nathan Boggs, the seniors, Grant Vaught, Luke Hall, Neil Dickey, Anthony Johns. Just those guys doing a phenomenal job on that O-line. Pass complete to Elijah Hammond. He gets a good block from Xavier Brown, but good pursuit there, game tackle by the Hornets, so not much of a game, but good to see Elijah Hammond get a touch there for the Eagles.
Yeah, coming back there, nice grab, but Metcalfe's defense did a nice job eluding some of the screen blockers and making a good tackle.
And Peyton Dial, the quarterback, man, he is doing it all. Quarterback just made that tackle on Hammond, punted the ball, and just tremendous respect for that young man. Nevis pistol formation. Got White in the backfield, fakes a handoff to Moore, scrambles to his left. He's looking deep down the middle of the field. He's got Xavier Brown. Xavier Brown catches it at the 30-yard line. He's going to be brought down about the 13-yard line.
Yep, again, like we just talked about, Greg, LCA has really hurt themselves on big plays. Another one, this one's coming back. They've called a holding on LCA once again to neglect a huge play.
$26-0. LCA leading. Actually, believe it or not, could be a little bit more, but a lot of penalties tonight on the Eagles, and I'm sure that's something at halftime that Coach Charles and his outstanding staff will talk about. 8:07 left here in the first half. We want to thank ABR Construction for being the sponsor of Lexington Christian Academy High School football, locally owned and operated since 1980. ABR Construction does utility contracting and building construction. To find out more about the trusted professionals at ABR Construction, visit them online at abrconstruction.com. Nevis in pistol formation. Will Vernon goes in motion. Now Vernon gets on the slot receiver. This time they set up a bubble screen, delayed Vernon. He's going to go east to west, see if he can get around the corner, but not able to do that. Vernon has tremendous speed, but good job there by the Metcalfe County defense. And
a good job there by Metcalfe to sniff that screen out and basically force Vernon to the near side without picking up many yards at all. Good job by the defense.
It's going to make it 3rd down and 30 for LCA. William Warfield was telling me earlier, Bryan Station and Dunbar were tied at 7 late in the first quarter, so another big playoff game going on in Lexington. Nevis takes the snap. He's trying to pass it deep down the sideline, trying to hit Mason Moore, and wow, Moore made a tremendous effort, but Wyatt Blythe with really, really good coverage comes over there at the last second. So we've got to give Blythe, a 6-foot wide receiver and defensive back, a great great effort there by him to keep Moore from coming up with an outstanding catch.
Yeah, the ball was there. Mason went up to the highest point, and so did Blythe. But just with the contact and coming down to the ground, it was jarred loose.
Going to make it 4th down and 30 for the Eagles from their own 20-yard line. So this time they are going to have to punt, and Moorhead is back for the kick, and it is up. Good kick by Moorhead. Bounces about the midfield, takes a LCA roll, 45, going to be down about the 40-yard line. Evan Brown over there, and Josh Taylorina saying, "You touch it, no, you touch it." So, having a little fun there. And William Moorhead, Andrew Dobbs was unavailable for one game this year, and he went 5 for 5 on extra points and does a great job punting. As an outstanding soccer player. Most teams are lucky to have one kicker. LCA's got 2 good.
Yeah, and that was a great job there by the punting team there, and obviously, flipping the field. So great punt.
Metcalfe County trying to get something going. They did actually get down in the red zone of LCA's back in the first quarter, late in the first quarter, but lost it on downs, got down all the way to the 10-yard line of LCA, but was not able to capitalize. They've not attempted a field goal all year, so they went forward on, I believe it was 4th and 8, not able to come up with it. Alderson this time runs off the right guard and tackle, gets it up to about the 41. Gabe Byrne, one of the outstanding seniors. Thomas White, another great senior, on the tackle in there. So only 7 seniors for LCA on this team, but there's 2 of them right there. Neil Dickey, we talked about Matty LeBrick, and we talked about Matthew Potter and Nathan Boggs, and a lot of these guys are going to be playing on Saturdays next year. Lots of guys getting offers. That's a sign of a good program, Matt, when you're getting guys that are getting a chance to play on Saturdays.
There's no doubt about it. There's depth and talent and the quality talent, and you have that coming up. You just see the program continue to take those next steps, and you're seeing it there with the, obviously to develop the talent being developed and them having a chance to go on to play at the next level.
Well, you've got those guys that are seniors there, like you said, they're getting offers to play at the next level. And then you've got juniors. Xavier Brown's had 4 Power 5 offers: Maryland, Boston College, West Virginia, and Virginia. So Xavier Brown just a junior. Then also Tyler Morse, he's just a junior. He has an offer from Akron a few weeks ago, and he took advantage of the opportunity he got when Xavier Brown was out for a couple weeks, and he's just a junior. So lots of outstanding players. Genevas, with his outstanding play, a lot of colleges starting to talk with him. So Dial rolls out. He's looking to pass over the middle, but it's going to be intercepted. Mason Moore's got his second one of the night. He's going to be down about the 45-yard line, and we'd like to have a little bit of fun with this guy because last year he had about 4 or 5 that just couldn't hold on, and we even kind of affectionately just having fun, called him Butterfingers, just having fun with him. And this year, wide receiver, defensive back, this guy is flat getting it done.
I tell you what, he's just, like I talked about, he's got football instincts. He seems to be always in the right position. Right here, the ball tips one, and then there he is again. Johnny on the spot there, great position, coming up from a safety position to bring that one in for his second pick of the night.
Mason Moore just having an outstanding year, tremendous football player. They have Marty Moore and Joe LeBrick, the co-defensive coordinators for the Eagles. Nevis pistol formation, hands it off to Big Selby. He's trying to get around that left side, but wow, great penetration. Luke Meadows, he's just a sophomore, but tremendous size himself. And, man, to bring out Selby by yourself, that's a man play right there, man.
It sure was. Meadows came through the line of scrimmage and made a great tackle and came up with a tackle for a loss there, setting the Eagles back a couple yards.
2nd down and 10 for LCA from the 48-yard line of Metcalfe County. Nevis takes the snap. He's rolling out to his right, looking to pass. Pass downfield complete to Xavier Brown, about the 36-yard line. He's going to maybe get 2 or 3 more, be down to about the 33-yard line. So that'll move the chains again for LCA. And Xavier Brown, we just get spoiled watching him, number 1 in Class 2A receiving, and he missed 2 games. So you can imagine what it would be like if he had been healthy the whole game or the whole season. So just a tremendous football player. This time, handoff. I can't think if that's Cheney or Vernon. I look down.
Tyler
Morris. Tyler Morris. I was wrong. Strike 2. 2 strikes. I was out. And Tyler Morris gets a touch. So he's going to get about 3 on that one. So make it 2nd down and 7.
You just see, obviously, the tempo. You see the quantity of talent that they have. They're able to roll in and roll out, play after play, keep guys fresh. And it just puts a lot of stress on a defense, especially when you're spread out with so many different formations that you have to be ready for. Screen plays, going down deep, stretching it, run plays. Just there's so much when you come against this offense that you got to be ready for. And the number of guys that we're talking about, that just adds to it, as far as the amount of weapons they have.
Penalty 5 yards there, offsides on the Metcalfe County defense. Tyler Morris, 4 touchdowns this year, rushing and taking advantage of the opportunities that he's got. And this time a little swing pass to Selby. He's heading downfield. He's going to have a 1st down and more. Wow, 1 man to beat. But Alderson plays running back also. One running back against another up in Selby. But Selby's going to have another 1st down. Going to be all the way down inside the 10-yard line, about the 9-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and goal for the Eagles from the 9. 4:56 left in the 2nd quarter. Nevis gets the play from sideline, calls it out, throws his left, passes complete to Will Vernon at the 5. Vernon's going to take it in. Touchdown, LCA. Will Vernon takes it in from the 9-yard line. For Will Vernon, that's going to be his 3rd touchdown pass reception of the year.
Great job by the offensive line, allowed Nevis to kind of get a little rollout action. Vernon had a little just out route. From his alignment, and after that, it was just all him, just explosiveness right to the goal line. So great execution all around by the LCA's offense, and they're able to put another score on the board.
Andrew Dobbs on for extra point. Mason Moore in his spare time holds extra points, so guy doing it all tonight. Kick is up.
He plays quarterback as well. Keep that in mind. Yeah, he plays quarterback, and so it's a great position for someone to be as a holder there. It brings up, options as far as, when he fakes and things like that too. So he can throw it as well.
He'll definitely be playing somewhere on Saturdays. A lot of colleges talking to him, and obviously recruiting's changed, Matt, because of COVID, and kids can't make on-campus visits anymore. So, but you can go on Twitter, and coaches encourage players to post their videos, and lots of times you see guys do that from LCA, and just a plethora of talent there. You saw the replay there. I apologize. We are not used to being able to have that privilege. Got William Warfield, the founder and president of Prep's, been in the house tonight, so we are in high cotton tonight. So, but you saw the replay there, Will Vernon, and he's a guy that he's getting some colleges to look at him. And of course, one of the things, Matt, is that the more you win, the more opportunities that coaches see you. Coaches like to get guys from winning programs.
Yeah, just it draws that attention naturally, and it's well deserved. So it just brings in, obviously, just the attention of all different levels at the next level and the college level. So checking these guys out, they're making the name for themselves, and obviously playing great football.
Dobbs with another powerful kick, and this one's going to land in the end zone. He had a couple bounce right at the end zone. This one a couple yards in there, and on just a really nasty night weather-wise. Andrew Dobbs just showing what a tremendous leg he has, and fortunately for LCA fans, he's just a junior, so get to see that again. And only 7 seniors on this outstanding LCA team, and I believe 46 players on their roster, so just doing a great job building this program, the depth. Coach Doug Charles in his 2nd year after coaching that 8th grade team and helping out as an assistant now in his 2nd year as the head coach of the Eagles, doing a phenomenal job with this culture and this program, and lots of outstanding players. This time Alderson breaks a couple tackles, but Thomas White gets a hold of him, Matty LeBrick, and 41, Matty LeBrick, 51, Neil Dickey, 11, Johnny Bruce Drake. Lots of ones always around the ball, Matt.
It sure is. We call those guys quite a bit, and like I said, it gets to be a competition amongst that defensive unit, and that's what you want. Just fuels that competition and, the competitiveness of just the tenacity of that defense of, who's going to get there, who's going to put a hat on the ball first.
Be second down and 5 for Metcalfe County from their own 25-yard line. Clock moving, 4 minutes left till halftime. Dial takes a snap, ends it off to Bennett, but not much there. Good job by the LCA defense. Tyler Morris got in there quickly and then had a lot of help from his teammates. Johnny Bruce Drake, number 11, in there.
Selby up in there as well. Just hats on the football, swarming defense. You couldn't ask more, as a coach than the way Eagles are playing right now.
I want to thank Van Meter Insurance for being a sponsor of LCA football. They're our podcast sponsor. If you want to listen to a replay of this game, you can catch it on our website, WJMM.com, on Monday mornings. AJ Boss and Griffin Klein at Van Meter Insurance. Check them out. They're just located on Wellington Way, just down the street from LCA. Give them a call, 263-2771. That's AJ Boss and Griffin Klein with Van Meter Insurance. Be third down and 6 for Metcalfe County. Clock down, 3 minutes left till halftime. Dial drops a snap. He rolls out, but Johnny Bruce Drake in hot pursuit. He's going to bring him down. He's going to be down at the 9-yard line. The ball comes loose, but I believe the Dial was already down, and Johnny Bruce Drake just really having an outstanding year for the Eagles.
I tell you what, there's no doubt about it. Johnny Bruce was all over that play there, and he wasn't going to be denied. He smelled it, and he ran down Dial and had a huge sack there on 4th down. The turnover to downs for the Eagles sets LC up and brings up 4th down and sets LC up in great field position potentially here with this punt return.
Dial deep in his end zone. Try to get this one off. LCA doesn't apply pressure. Another nice kick by Dial, but fielded by Vernon at the 35-yard line. He may take this one. He's all the way around to the 20. Gets knocked out of bounds about the 10-yard line, but Will Vernon, man, Mason Moore doing it lots of different angles, and Will Vernon doing it on the offensive, defensive end, and special teams, Matt.
Yeah, despite, obviously a lot more penalties in the first half so far than what they're accustomed to, and penalties that came on huge plays too to neglect even more yards that they could have had here in this first half, leading 33-0, 2 minutes and 7 seconds to go, and obviously phenomenal field position right about first and goal from the 10-yard line.
Nevis has got Will Vernon to his left. Gives the handoff to him. He sweeps way out to the right side, trying to get around that corner. Cuts upfield, breaks one tackle, second tackle. He's going to be in. Touchdown, LCA. Will Vernon gets his second touchdown of the night. The senior having a phenomenal evening, and that's going to make it 39-0 for the Eagles with 1:59 left till halftime.
Yeah, great job there. Again, it came up with that defensive stop. And great return by Will Vernon, and they rewarded him back, putting the ball back in his hands there, and he was able to get that touchdown.
Dobbs on for another extra point. Moore ready, snap, brings it down, up, and it is 40-0. Lexington Christian Academy leading. We still have 1:59 left till halftime. Make sure you stay tuned for the halftime report brought to you by Asbury University. But we were talking about the defense earlier there, Matt, and bringing the heat, Johnny Bruce Drake. And LCA is second in Class 2A in sacks. They've had over 30 on the year this year. And one of the things that, I've talked about already twice, but I think one of the big things that's a difference for this year LCA team is the defense.
Yeah, it is. The defense has stepped up. Again, starting up front with a handful of those seniors up front defensively. And then, of course, the linebacker play of Matty LeBrick, Selby. Of course, again, Neil Dickey and Anthony Johns and Gabe Byrne. And then the secondary, I think, has really done a great job. and came last week. I was really impressed looking at the likes of Parker Cheney. You got Mason Moore and guys that just breaking past breakups, interceptions, playing just sound football defensively. But there's without a doubt they've improved, and it's been a big difference.
Well, Dobbs has been kicking them in the end zone every time he's tried. One time they just attempted a line drive kick. We've got a whistle on this one, though. It sounds like offsides on LCA, so Dobbs will get a chance to kick it again. But speaking of bringing the heat, Herbie McGahee and air control, man, you don't want to be without heat in December. So if you have a problem with your heat, give the professionals at Air Control a call. They've been in business since 1971. You can find out how to get a hold of them at aircontrolco.com. That's aircontrolco.com. Locally owned, Herbie McGahee and the team at Air Control helping you have heat as LCA brings the heat on the defensive end on a regular basis this year. In fact, LCA's got two guys in the top 10 on quarterback snacks this year. Neil Dickey, 4th, and Gabe Byrne. They're both tied with 6.5 sacks, tied for 4th in Class 2A. This time's going to be fielded about the 5-yard line and then drops the football, picks it back up, but good pressure by LCA, and just been that kind of night there for Metcalfe County.
Yeah, I think some of the rain has picked up here tonight too. Might have caused a little bit of that ball to slip out. I've seen some of the umbrellas pop up here amongst the fans and here that are allowed in tonight. So rain has picked up a little bit. Just another reason to hold on to that ball and that ball security even more, given the takeovers that have already occurred here in the first half.
Yeah, Tyler Neal, a sophomore from Metcalfe County, was the one who received that kick and then lost it, was able to keep it. But Will Rich, a freshman, was down there, number 15, doing a good job on special teams. So some of the young guys getting some good quality experience.
Yeah, I was getting ready to talk about that here. And a run by Metcalfe there, pick up a few yards on first down. But, yeah, just, this provides an opportunity for LCA, given the score, and going into, halftime 40-0, as far as younger players. And you wouldn't expect that in the playoff, realistically, but you have it, and hats off to LCA. But that gives the coaching staff, I would imagine, an opportunity to bring out some of those younger players and get them a lot of experience, and that just grows your program even more so.
Dial and pistol formation. Hands it off to other Dial. Wow, great pursuit there. LCA, Tyler Morris, and helped some of his friends there. Matty LeBrick, of course, around the ball, and that's going to end your first half. And for Metcalfe County, that couldn't happen soon enough. But for LCA, they didn't come out flat. Somerset, a huge win against their big-time district rival. LCA comes out clicking on all cylinders, and they are leading at halftime 40-0. So we're going to take a break, and then we'll be back with some halftime statistics. Your halftime report will be brought to you by Asbury University. Check out all they have to offer online at asbury.edu. You're also going to take a virtual tour there. Your halftime score, Lexington Christian Academy 4, Metcalfe County 0. You're listening to Lexington Christian Academy High School Football on WJMM 99.1 FM and PrepSpin.com.
Same MRI, same CT scan. Same items, different prices. So why would you pay more for the same thing? Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI can save you 30 to 60% compared to the costs of local hospitals. We have a state-of-the-art facility in the Lexington area. We believe that every patient deserves the best in affordable, quality care. Avoid surprise billing. Come to Lexington Diagnostic Center. Imaging focused on you.
Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road, just behind Starbucks. Stop by and pick up your copy of our 85-page catalog. Crown Trophy is nationally known, but locally owned with 150 stores nationwide. Crown Trophy, the official provider of plaques for the Scholastic Ball Report and Prep Spin.
Same apples, same phone, same coffee, same items, different prices. So why would you pay more for the same thing? Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI can save you 30 to 60% compared to the costs of local hospitals. We have a state-of-the-art facility in the Lexington area. We believe that every patient deserves the best in affordable, quality care. Avoid surprise billing. Come to Lexington Diagnostic Center. Imaging focused on you.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Same shoes, same mixer, same computer, same items, different prices. So why would you pay more for the same thing? Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI can save you 30 to 60% compared to the costs of local hospitals. We have a state-of-the-art facility in the Lexington area. We believe that every patient deserves the best in affordable, quality care. Avoid surprise billing. Come to Lexington Diagnostic Center. Imaging focused on you.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's the big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
Some things never change. Like the sound of pads crushing against the equipment, the feel of cleats on fresh-cut grass, or the deep breaths from a full practice. Another thing that never changes, the feeling of relief when the whistle blows for break. And the savory snack to go along with it.
This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
There are 50 Whitaker Bank locations serving Kentucky communities just like mine.
61 Whitaker Bank ATMs throughout Kentucky make getting quick access to cash easy.
Whitaker Bank staff serves the needs of nearly 70,000 Kentucky customers every day.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
At Atkinson Centric Commode, helping you through your financial situation is our only purpose.
We are involved at every step, guiding you towards relief. Take the first step and dial 859-CALL-ASK or visit ask-law.com to schedule a free consultation.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
High school sports have evolved thanks to Prep Spin. Tonight, catch all the hard-hitting action live and in real time as the game happens in 1080p HD video.
Did get in the red zone once, and but just was not able to get any points. His drive stalled out about the 10-yard line. Metcalfe County's not attempted a field goal all year, so they tried to go for it, fourth down from the 8-yard line, and pass was incomplete. But as you can imagine, stats are definitely dominated by LCA. LCA with 281 yards total offense. Metcalfe County only 41. LCA, the amazing part, only had 24 offensive plays. Metcalfe County had 28, but LCA averaging almost 12 yards a play on the offensive side of the ball. Metcalfe County, just been a tough night for them, only averaging 1.5 yards per play. On the passing side, LCA with 179 yards through the air, 20 for Metcalfe County. Rushing, LCA 102 yards. Metcalfe County rushed for 21 yards. Turnover battle, Metcalfe County had 2, LCA 0, and obviously that's a point of emphasis in playoffs and winning football, not turning the ball over, and especially in weather like tonight, cold and wet. The Eagles doing a good job with ball protection. First down-wise, the Eagles had 13, 5 for Metcalfe County. So we're going to take a break, and then we'll come back and we'll look at some individual statistics. You're listening to Lexington Christian Academy High School football on Life 99.1 FM, WJMM, and you can also watch tonight on PrepSpin.com. We'll be right back after this short break. He gets a handoff this time. He's got a big hole. He's going to have the first down and more. He's at the 40, all the way down to about the 38-yard line. First and 10 for LCA from the 39. Snap a little bit quicker than he was expecting. Unfortunately, he was able to hold on to it. He's got a first down and more. He's going to take it to the house. Touchdown, LCA. Drew Nevis with the 38-yard run. And, Matt, I tell you, very fortunate because the snap, I think, wind and a little mist and rain out. See what he can do in this. And he shows that's not going to affect him any, and that's actually going to hit about the 1-yard line and go in. So
almost made up for
down
that.
The field, Matt, that he's not available tonight. And so, man, that hurts when you're a running team and your leading rushers down. But this time, Anderson tries to run. Alderson, tries to run up the right side. Charles, he was just selected the Kentucky Coach of the Year by the Kentucky Football Coaches Association, so no greater honor than when your peers select you as Coach of the Year. But hand off to Vernon on the end around. He sweeps to the right. He's going to have the first down and more. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. One man to beat. He's going to beat him. 5. Touchdown, LCA. Will Vernon takes it 56 yards to the house.
Leadership.
Will Vernon, he'll be playing somewhere on Saturday. Several colleges looking at him to play next year. And This time, step a little screen pass over to Moore. Mason Moore, he breaks several tackles. He's in the open field. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Mason Moore. Back-to-back plays. LCA won on a running play with Will Vernon. This time they get it in the playmaker's hands, Mason Moore.
Execution to come back and obviously just get the ball in the end zone again after that penalty.
This time the extra point by Dobbs is good, and LCA with 8:58 left here in the so far. And Coach Doug Charles and Oakley Watkins, those guys put together a great offensive game plan every week, and this one's going to hit right at the end zone line going in. Virtual tour with COVID, they've got a great virtual tour of the campus, so check them out at asbury.edu. This time Alderson gets it. He runs off to the left. Welcome back to Lexington Christian Academy High School football. I'm Greg Horns, alongside me Matt Leo, former Wildcat, New York Giant. Ron White, our producer, back in the studio at the radio. William Warfield with Prep Spin here tonight to get the best of both worlds. And LCA leading 40-0 at halftime. And, wow, just domination by LCA. We share the team statistics in the first part of the halftime report brought to you by Asbury University. But, Matt, as we look at the individual statistics, no surprise, LCA definitely dominates those. And Drew Nevis already completing 61% of his passes on the year, thrown for over 2,200 yards. But, wow, what an outstanding first half he had.
Yeah, he's 12 for 15, 179 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. So obviously getting it done in the passing game here in the first half without a doubt.
And those 3 touchdowns, he just spreading the ball around as always. Rushing, Nevis already doing it through the air, but also leading rusher.
Yeah, two rushes for not bad, 47 yards, like the average there, 23 and a half yards with another touchdown. So he's contributed to 3 scores here in the first half so far. So obviously, phenomenal job by Drew Nevis here first half.
Jeffrey Selby, the junior, had 2 carries for 20 yards. Xavier Brown, 2 for 13. Will Vernon, 1 for 10. Parker Cheney, 1 for 9. Both Will Vernon and Parker Cheney only 1 carry each, but both of them got touchdowns out of it.
Yeah, I tell you what, you just see that ball. We talked about it. Sometimes it's not enough footballs to go around when you have as many weapons. The way they like to get the ball around, obviously Xavier Brown and Mason Moore, Jeff Selby, Will Vernon with touchdown like you just talked about, Elijah Hammond getting in there as well. So just, there's 6 or 7 guys right there that we just mentioned that they're all touching football. When they're doing it, they're making plays.
All right, on the receiving end, Mason Moore, 3 receptions, 81 yards, 1 touchdown. We're just kind of getting spoiled. We kind of expect it every week because Somerset, he had 2 touchdowns both times they played. Dunbar, he had 2 touchdowns. Mason Moore just doing another great night on the offensive side of the ball.
3 for 81 yards, averaging 27 yards. So, just high efficiency for all these guys when they get the ball. I think we joked about it last week some, but I think it's really true that, since they know when their number is called, they want to make something happen because they don't know if the ball is going to come back to them, just the way they spread it out so much. So, hey, that's a great problem to have, if you will. So, and of course, Mason Moore got another touchdown. We'll get that defensively here with his pick 6.
Yep, absolutely having a phenomenal night. Xavier Brown, the junior, having a great night. 3 touches, 45 yards. Jeffrey Shelby, 2 for 40. Will Vernon, 3 for 13. And Elijah Hammond, 1. So you got 5 different guys catching balls. And like you said, man, you got to take advantage of your opportunities because there's a lot of guys that get the ball. And one of the things that Drew Nevis is good, he shares the ball. He didn't just focus in on one receiver.
No, he doesn't. He knows the play call. He knows his first couple of reads. And that's not the same person all the time when you have that many weapons.
Let's look at the defensive side of the ball. Obviously, that was your forte, playing at the University of Kentucky. And we talked about the guys that have 1s in them, 41, 11, 51. Talk about number 11's play there in the first half.
Yeah, right off the bat, Johnny Bruce Drake, 3.5 tackles, 2 solo, 3 assists, 1 sack that was on 4th down, and a big sack there as well. So Johnny Bruce is getting it done up front. just obviously has a great get off. Not one of the biggest guys, but very strong, as far as height is concerned. But sometimes he uses that to his advantage. And, you just learn to adapt and play with what God has given you, God-given ability. And I tell you what, he gives it 110% every snap. Matty LeBrake, of course, we know, breaking last week, over 300 tackles, adding on to that here in the first half with, three tackles and six assists. So getting it done. Another, tackle for a loss as well. Jeff Selby coming in with 2.5 tackles, 1 solo, 3 assists, and it just goes on. Will Vernon 2, Anthony Johns 2, Mason Moore 1.5. Of course, he also got 2 interceptions in the first half. So I tell you what, Mason Moore doing offense, defense, and one of those was for I believe a pick 6, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, pick 6.
And Thomas White getting in there, Parker Chaney with the tackle, Neil Dickey, Byrne, Tyler Morris, Will, and Grant Vaught. So you just, you see there, several guys with 1 to 2.5, 3 tackles spread out, getting hats on the football.
LCA definitely dominating the score, dominating the statistics. No surprise at all with that. We appreciate Aaron Bivens, does the statistics for LCA. Been a great help to us this year, so we appreciate his help. Some other playoff scores going on tonight here in Lexington. Big game between Dunbar and Bryan Station. Dunbar at Bryan Station. The Bulldogs of Dunbar leading 14-7 at halftime. And then you've also got Frederick Douglass playing Southwestern, which out of Somerset. Douglass and Southwestern in a battle, 7-6 at halftime. So, wow, that's a good one right there. So I want to thank William Warfield there for his help with those scores. And Owensboro Catholic, another Class 2A playoff game out in Western Kentucky. They don't tip it off until in about 3 minutes. Obviously, they're on Central Time out in the western part of the state, and so it'd be 8:26 left, or it's 8:26 here, so 8:30, so 7:30 they'll be kicking off, and LCA should hold on hopefully to this game, and so they'll be at home again. So Murray, Walton Verona, Owensboro Catholic. So find out who they will be playing. Know that on Saturday, who they will wind up doing that. Right now, Murray is up 7-0 in their game. But LCA will be kicking off for Metcalfe County. Murray actually leading Owensboro Catholic 14-0 first quarter. So they're jumping off to a good start in that one. Dobbs with another big-time kick. Holy cow. I keep thinking that maybe, I'll just say, oh, yeah, that's just normal, but it still just impresses me, especially on a weather night like tonight, Matt. So just a phenomenal job by Andrew Dobbs. And unfortunately,
he's really putting his leg into it and putting it in the end zone with that high school rule. When the ball goes into the end zone, it's automatically dead. So, again, just takes away an opportunity for the opposing team to have a chance to run it back.
Well, unfortunately, Metcalfe County has a player down on the sideline or on the field there on special teams. So it's number 24, Metcalfe County. That is Tristan Thurman. He is a 6-foot sophomore, but thankfully he is able to get back up and walk off the field. A little bit of help there from the trainer, so glad to see that he's going to be okay. But see what Metcalfe County, see if they try to make any adjustments at halftime. Like we said, playing without their leading rusher, and they are a run team 70% of the time. Gabe Zermali, unavailable tonight. We're not sure the reason why, but he had 16 touchdowns on the year, almost 900 yards rushing, is ranked 9th in Class 2A M rushing, averaging almost 9 yards a carry. And, man, that is big shoes to fill when you're in the quarterfinals of the Class 2A playoffs. Dial hands it off to Alderson. He sweeps on the right side. Gets to a little bit of a gap there where he's brought down. Nice little pickup there. So
yeah, if you're Metcalfe, obviously that's positive yards. That's huge positive yards. Picks up about 4 or 5 yards, and great job as far as coming out here in that first play, kind of establishing maybe some momentum for them, which they desperately need here in this ball game.
All right, 2nd down and 5 there. That's a good start from Metcalfe County. Desperately needed that. This time Bennett takes it and breaks a tackle there. Good penetration there by LCA getting in there. But
yeah, again, 2 plays back to back here, at least 4 yards or more, on each run. So obviously that's a big upside there for Metcalfe starting the second half as they look to hopefully establish some sort of momentum or obviously put together a drive here to get their first points and get on the scoreboard tonight.
Yeah, Major Brown, good penetration there on that previous play, and Major Brown, a freshman, so good to see those young guys getting some good quality minutes in right here. Dial pitches at this time. Alderson tries to cut back up the middle, but gets a little bit, but LCA, those guys really excited, a lot of the young guys in there on that right there, so Major Brown with a big-time hit. Will Bibbins, another freshman in there. So, Matt, didn't get much better if you're a freshman. You're getting some playoff action, man.
It is big-time playoff football, and like you said, yeah, it's a luxury here for LCA to get some of these young guys in and give them that game time experience.
No gain on that one, so they got the first down on that. I apologize. Dial looks deep down the right side, but good coverage by LCA, and that is intercepted. Evan Brown, I believe, got that one right there. Younger brother Xavier Brown, Evan Brown, the sophomore, with a nice interception.
No doubt about it. Sit back in his safety position, looked like they were in a cover 2, and obviously just stepped in front of it, timed it nicely, and was able to pick that one off. So great turnover, great interception there by Brown.
LCA on that great interception there by Brown will have 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line. Got the running clock here in the second half. We're already down to 8:52 left in the third quarter. If you're listening on radio and just tuned in, LCA leading 40-0. Will Nichols in at quarterback for first time tonight. So Drew Nevis, outstanding, fakes the handoff to Teorina, keeps it on the quarterback keeper. It looked like Drew Nevis on that play there, Matt. He gets about 7 yards, so he's been learning well behind Nevis.
I tell you what, you always, unfortunately in this game, a play away, and that just means, preparation during the week. These guys are getting snaps, whether it's on the scout team or running second team offense. They're getting their reps and stuff, but they always have to be prepared and have an opportunity like this to come in and now make something happen.
This time, big handoff, 40, 30, 20, one man to beat. Knocked out of bounds about the 10-yard line. Tyler Pruden, a 5'9" freshman, taking the big-time run. Got a little gap there, and he showed that he's got some speed, Matt.
Yeah, he does, and it's part of that 8th grade state championship team a year ago. You see guys like Pruden, and, of course, we talked about Parker Cheney, but that team was loaded, and they're coming up here. They're a freshman class, and they're getting that experience. I tell you what, there's nothing like it. They're excited and playing, to have this opportunity to play in this ball game tonight and get that experience.
Fakes the snap to a handoff to Teorina, quarterback keeper this time, but good extra effort, falls forward. Didn't think he was going to get anything, but great effort there by Nichols to make something out of nothing there. So, but unfortunately, it's more of that yellow laundry.
Yeah, that dirty laundry's coming out again. So Holden's been the one that's gotten LCA here tonight. Obviously, it hasn't shown on the scoreboard, but it could have been even more deficit than it is right now. But those holding calls have hurt LCA, and like we talked about early on, a couple of them in the first half were ones that were on huge pickups, huge plays by LCA that were neglected.
Going to make it first down and 15 for LCA. Moves it back to the 15-yard line. Nichols in pistol formations, got Teorina to his left. Nichols takes a snap. He's looking to pass. They set up a little bubble screen, but unfortunately Brown, in his excitement, tried to do the old run before you catch the ball, and A lot of excitement got to be to get your first chance there like that.
Yeah, you just get that energy. You're excited to play, like you said. He just made an interception, and then he's ready to capitalize on that and do it on the offensive side of the ball and get in the end zone. But you won't see that mistake too often.
No, he's got a lot of talent. He'll be catching those balls a lot over the next couple of years. Nichols rolls out to his left, looking to pass. It's intercepted. I believe that's Dial, the quarterback, and he's at the 30. He's at the 40. Tayorina's going to throw him out of bounds about midfield, but I apologize. I couldn't tell if it was 9. It was actually number 5, Wyatt Blythe, the 6-foot junior, with a nice interception there. And so Metcalfe County needed something positive to happen for them tonight, Matt, and they got in the red zone in the first half. But tonight, get all the way up to midfield on the nice interception and the return by Wyatt Blythe.
Yeah, Blythe stepped in front of that, saw that. That was a long throw across the field there. And, of course, Blythe, he's played a lot of football being a junior and a guy that Metcalfe goes to a lot, leading the receiving corps. But was able to step in front of that defensively and get the interception, and a big return sets Metcalfe up about midfield.
This time hands it off to Alderson. He breaks a few tackles. He's going to be all the way up to about the 38-yard line before he is brought down. Major Brown, the freshman, with a tackle there, but nice game by Alderson. Make it 2nd down and 2 for Metcalfe County. Clock moving, got a running clock. LCA leading 40-0 over Metcalfe County. LCA next week will be at home again, playing the winner probably of Owensboro Catholic and Murray, or either Walton Verona and West Carter. Good fake there by Dial. He scrambles out to his right, and good pressure there by the Eagles, and so he has to run and get out of bounds. But Drew Castle, 5'8" sophomore, he was bringing the heat there, Matt.
Yeah, Castle getting in there, putting pressure, and forced Dial to reverse the field, kind of buy some time, and went to the short side of the field and was pressured out of balance. Brings up a short 3rd and 1.
I want to thank the Justice Realty Group with Rector Hayden for being a sponsor of LCA football. Richard and Laura Justice, along with Lisa Dickens, can help you with any real estate questions or needs you have. You're getting a team of 3 experienced real estate professionals with the Justice Realty Group with Rector Hayden. Check them out online at thejusticegroup.rhr.com. This time, a handoff leads Alderson, and he breaks a few tackles, and he's able to get down to about the 35-yard line and gets a 1st down before he's brought down. Josh Tayorina. So Metcalfe County trying to get something positive going on here. Just been a rough night for the Hornets from Metcalfe County. It's a 1st and 10 for Metcalfe County from the 35-yard line. Clock moving, 3:47 left in the 3rd quarter. Dial's got Alderson behind him. He rolls out. He's looking to pass it. Passes downfield. Pass is complete. I believe that's Rudy Wisdom, a junior.
8 caught it, 5 tackled him.
And gets up a little slow, but he's able to get up on the about the 25-yard line there. And
nice job there by Dial to roll to the wide side of the field and made a nice delivery and picked up another first. We're close to a 1st down. 2nd and 1 to go. So Metcalfe is moving the ball here on this drive.
Nate Barnhart, the freshman, on the tackle with that. Might remember his brother was a decent quarterback for LCA. Enjoyed watching him play the last 2 years. He's at Georgetown College now. Alderson with a run up the right side there. He's going to move the chains again for Metcalfe County. He's going to be brought down about the 23-yard line of LCA. Winspool, we've had a lot of great quarterbacks here at LCA over the 6 years we've been doing these games, Matt.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Quarterback play has been extremely, played at a high level, and it's been a huge success factor in LCA's winning precision and the amount of games they've been able to win here in the last 5 or 6 years.
Dial pass is completed to Blythe. He's going to be having down, looks like about the 8-yard line. So Evan Thompson gets in on the tackle, and so that's going to be 1st and goal for the Hornets. So they've got in the red zone in the first quarter. They got it down to about the same spot before they had to turn it over on downs. See what they dial up this time. 1:28, clock moving left in the third quarter. Hornets trying to get on the board, trailing 40-0. Dial takes the snap. He rolls around to the right side, but going to be forced out of bounds after a short gain there. And in hot pursuit after him was big 65, Wiles Johnson, a 6'2", 190-pound junior. So no gain on the play. So they'll make it 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line. And if you're looking for a great place to get some food to watch football this weekend, go to Drake's. Drake's is the place to go for lunch or dinner, locally owned. Drake's has something on the menu for everybody, from burgers to sushi, a great atmosphere. But obviously right now can't take advantage of that, but carry-outs available. Taste Creek Road, Brandon Crossing, and Hamburg all to serve you. This time Dial rolls out, tries to get it in the end zone. Wow, what a great pass and catch. I can't see, it was in the far end zone, the corner. We'll have the replay here in a minute for you. But touchdown. Sawyer Edmondson got that, the junior, and he's 6'2", great target. Really nice play there by Metcalfe County.
Yeah, it was. Metcalfe, Dial rolled out to the wide side of the field, was buying time, and got his shoulder squared to the line of scrimmage, and was able to find Sawyer Edmonds, 6'2", receiver, a long guy, was able to stretch up, go get that football in the back of the end zone, and brings in the first score for Metcalfe and the Hornets here tonight.
Well, that's Dial's 14th touchdown pass of the year, so he's no stranger to throwing the end zone, but an extra point attempt's good for the Hornets, so that's going to make it 7 for the Hornets. They get on the scoreboard there. Dakota Shaw came on there with the extra point, and the Hornets been struggling all night, but they got on the scoreboard, makes it 40-7, 30 seconds left. And even though I know obviously LCA'd like to get a shutout, Matt, to be able to get your freshmen and some sophomores and juniors, some guys that don't get to play as much, this experience, man, well worth the trade-off and not keeping the shutout.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. So, they're getting that experience, and it's hard to miss that. That's a huge factor moving forward, and you never know when those guys are going to be called upon, especially building, obviously next year as well.
LCA leading 40-7 over the visitors from Metcalfe County. Frederick Douglass just took a lead in the second half over Southwestern, 14-7, a 52-yard touchdown pass to Isaiah Allen. Got a great game over there. Bryan Station and Dunbar playing here in Lexington. Dunbar at Bryan Station. It was 14-7. Bryan Station leading at halftime. See if we can get a score for you here in a little bit. Keep you updated on that. Of course, LCA had a big win over Dunbar earlier this year, and really we knew then this LCA team was going to be special when they went to 6A Dunbar and had a running clock in the second half against them. Tayarina picks up the kickoff. He's trying to get around the left side, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds about the 35-yard line, but Josh Tayarina. But I'll tell you, Matt, that was one of the things, it was one of the early games in the season against Dunbar when LCA and Dunbar played. But when LCA had a running clock in that game in the second half, I thought, you know what, this team might be special this year.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. That was a big game for them, and, built the confidence as far as going against, a top A school like that in Dunbar. And you're exactly right. You saw the talent, and we knew that they were going to have depth with that 8th grade team coming in, and this team has just gotten better each and every week.
They most certainly have. LCA with the win at Dunbar, 54-14, and now Dunbar and Bryan Station playing in the playoffs here. I want to remind you, at the end of the game, we will have our offensive and defensive players of the game brought to you by the UPS stores in Tates Creek Center, Zandale Shopping Center, in Hamburg and in Nicholasville, Kentucky. For all your shipping, packing, printing, and mailbox needs, check out the locally owned UPS stores at Tate Creek Center, Sandell Shopping Center, Hamburg, and in Nicholasville, Kentucky. We're going to take a short 1-minute break here. Your score at the end of the third quarter, Lexington Christian Academy 40, the Hornets of Metcalfe County 7. Welcome back, Lexington Christian Academy High School football. We're starting off the fourth quarter, and the Eagles, wow, just a tremendous run there. Great effort there. Josh Tayarina just would not be denied or brought down and drug several Hornets from Metcalfe County all the way down to the 28-yard line. So great effort there by Josh Tayarina, Matt.
There's no doubt that you got those young guys. They're fired up, and they're giving it, of course, everything they have as well. So great effort there.
This time Nichols hands it off to Tayarina again. He's bouncing around trying to make something happen, and didn't get much there, but good to see some young guys getting some experience there on the O-line. Big number 78, Garrison McKinney, 5'11 freshman. Also Carter Gillespie, a 5'11", 230-pound sophomore in there. So good to see those young guys.
Yep, that's the future right there, the trenches.
Wiles Johnson in there also. This time Nichols pass on the side, pass is complete. Thrown Evan Nevis, good to see him back. He had a leg injury earlier in the year, brother of Drew Nevis, the outstanding quarterback, so good to see him back out on the field. He missed several games with an injury, so glad to see he's back out there. So got a gain there. Makes it all the way up to about the 35-yard line of LCA. 10:24 left in the ball game. LCA leading 40-7. Will Nichols at quarterback as Tayarina moved to his left. He's got 3 wide receivers up top. Takes the snap, fakes it to Tayarina. Nichols is going to keep it, and they try to strip him, and he does finally fumble it. They were trying to strip him, watching it closely, and then fortunately finally had some success there. First guy tried to strip it from him, couldn't get it, but second did, and I believe it was recovered by Luke Meadows for Metcalfe County. And
yeah, you're taught second guy, if you're able to hold that guy up, the second guy wants to always come in and basically attack that football, and they were able to do so and knock that one loose there from Nichols.
Yep, on the turnover, that'll be LCA's second turnover of the night. They had the interception in the third quarter after 0 turnovers at the first half. Metcalfe County has 2, so we're tied now at 2 apiece. So Metcalfe County will take over at the LCA 41-yard line. 9 minutes, 18 seconds left in this game. LCA leading Metcalfe County 40-7. Dial fakes the handoff. He rolls out to his left, looking to pass downfield. Pass is complete all the way down to the 20-yard line. Hits Sawyer Edwards, the senior wide receiver. He's having a really nice night for Metcalfe County. And that is going to be a first down for the Hornets. Evans, the second leading receiver on the year. 4 touchdown receptions for Metcalfe County.
Yeah, Evans has done a great job all year, and he's come up big here with some nice big plays for Metcalfe.
Snap a little low, but Dial does a good job of holding it. Tries to see if that's complete. Looked like it might hit the ground, but.
Yeah, Blythe, I believe he brought that one in. And, again, great catch there by Wyatt Ray Blythe there to pick that one off. It was down at his feet and was able a little behind him as well. So great adjustment there to go down and pick up that football on that nice catch.
It'll be first and goal from the 8-yard line now. So second drive in a row that the Hornets got it down in the red zone. See if they can capitalize again. Dial in the backfield. Quarterback has Alderson. He's looking to pass. Tries to go deep in the left corner. And great pass to Sawyer Edmonds. And
that's two for Edmonds.
2 touchdowns on the night for Mr. Edmonds, a 6'2 senior. So obviously those guys playing with a lot of pride right now, Matt. You don't want to drive all the way up here and get shut out, and they've responded with 2 touchdowns during the fourth quarter.
Yeah, especially Edmonds too. Obviously, seniors and stuff. There's not a whole lot of depth, but those guys they realize too. This looks like it's going to be my last high school football game, and you just had that pride, that leadership. You're going to fight regardless of what the scoreboard says all the way to the end, and Edmonds has come up big tonight.
Dakota Shaw on for the extra point, and he's not able to get that done. Unfortunately, a little short off there, so that makes it 40-13. LCA leading the Hornets, and next week LCA should be playing the winner of Owensboro Catholic and Murray or Walton Verona West Carter. We'll try to see if we can get some scores for you on that. 6th Region Championship Trinity beats Dixie Heights 56-0 in the quarterfinals of that game. Trinity always great program. Bryan Station and Dunbar are tied up at 14 all with 5:19 left in the third quarter. Paintsville leading late in the first half 25-0 over Hazard. LCA was supposed to play Paintsville earlier this year, but because of the craziness of COVID, unfortunately, that game got canceled. Bowling Green leading North Bullitt 13-7 with 3:10 left in the first quarter. LCA got a lot of their young guys again getting some great experience. Frederick Douglass up now 21-6 over Southwestern. Tayarina takes up this kick. He's at the 40, 45, 50. He's at the 40. Trying to get to the corner. He's got one man to beat. He's brought down the 20-yard line. Great. Only had the one man to beat there in the corner. But
Blythe, so one of their receivers, Blythe was, right after him. Obviously, great speed as their top receiver. So, but a phenomenal return. Great job by the kickoff team and the return team. And Tayarina putting it on, and huge return. So that's a big-time positive play for those young guys out there playing right now.
All right, LCA going to have great field position. See if their young guys can take advantage of this. It'll be 1st and goal from the 19-yard line for them. And Tayarina's in at running back. We got a new quarterback in for LCA, Ethan Teal. It's the ball out to 34, Tyler Pruden. So
yeah, this Ethan Teal, he's 6'2" freshman, great size out there in the pocket. Obviously has great vision with that height, and obviously moving the football here in the first couple plays.
Checking at running back for LCA is Cooper Gudalis. He's a 5'10", 170-pound freshman. And Dallas gets the run. He sweeps to the right, but not going to be able to get quite around the corner there. Was trying to turn the corner, but good effort there by Sawyer Edmonds. Already had 2 touchdown receptions. But as we said, with only 29 players for Metcalfe County, a lot of guys playing both ways.
There's no doubt about it. And, of course, they didn't come out here. I think you said, 29? Obviously missing a running back. They're starting running back tonight as well, which was a big factor. 28 guys, so there's not too many bodies over there on the far side of the field.
Ethan Till ready to take the snap, fakes the handoff, pass, trying to throw it out to Nate Barnhart, but pass incomplete. Barnhart, 5'8" freshman, and that was fourth down play. So on that fourth down play, incomplete pass, it will go over to Metcalfe County. We're under 5 minutes left in this one. Oh, I apologize. I'm down ahead of myself. They're going to Dobbs, little field goal practice. Kick is up. And it is good.
Nailed it.
Tyler Dobbs leading the state in field goals this year, and showing why, because that was his 9th of the year. And, that's unheard of, Matt, in high school football, 9 field goals.
I tell you what, that is. I tell you, he's got a great leg, and we've talked about how he's such a weapon here, and that was I didn't see the total number of yardage on that kick, but as far as where that was, that attempt,
yeah, I think it was 35.
35
I
yards,
believe.
yeah. So obviously be able to just run out there, knock that through the uprights. It's big time win there, and obviously a great threat, and just put another points on the board for the Eagles here.
I apologize. I got ahead of myself there on the down, so I apologize to the LCA special teams there, trying to find scores, find out who LCA might possibly be playing next week. But with the game out in the western part of the state between Owensboro Catholic and Murray, it was 14-0 Murray leading in the first half, early in the first half. But Dobbs deep, and in the end zone again. Amazing. Only problem is he may have to ice his foot when he gets home tonight, Matt. He has done a lot of kicking tonight.
I tell you what, he's probably had at least 5 or 6 kickoffs here tonight, and put those in the end zone the majority of the time. And besides, I think one that was a penalty on the offsides kick. But other than that, of course, field goals, extra points, and stuff. So again, big asset for the Eagles there in the kicking game with Dobbs.
All right, we're going to apologize, Wyatt Blythe. I believe we've just Bly, I guess. We have mispronounced his name wrong, so we apologize that. Thank you for the assist there. And he's having an outstanding football game tonight for Metcalfe County. This time Alderson with the run. He runs up the middle there, gets a nice little gain for. He is brought down by a couple Eagles there. Will Bibbins and Cooper Godalis, both in on the tackle. It's going to be up to about the 26-yard line, so gain of 6 on that one there for Alderson. And, man, Alderson's got a lot of touches tonight with when your leading rusher goes out on the year, and he's had over 100 carries. Gabe Zermele, Alderson's been up to the top. He's getting another big run there, and they're going to have enough for a first down this time. He's brought down Haynes Lalonde, the 5'9", 160-pound junior, brings him down. That'll be another first down. So Metcalfe County moving the change, only 2:32 left. As you said, Metcalfe County outmanned tonight, only 29 guys. Their leading runner, when you run the ball 70% of the time, not able to play tonight, so actually only 28 guys.
Yeah, that's a big blow, especially with a team that's very run-oriented. But regardless, LCA is just really came out and played well, got ahead of this game early, kind of put this ball game away, obviously. And here in the second half, it's just been an opportunity for them to come out and get some experience with their young guys.
Alderson continues to pound that ball, get some yards. He's up to about the 40-yard line, gain of 7 on that one. So it's going to make it 2nd down and 3 for Metcalfe County. But either way, LCA will be playing maybe back here at Lexington Catholic. I want to thank Lexington Catholic again for hosting us tonight. Should be playing the winner of either Owensboro Catholic and Murray or Walton, Verona, and West Carter. But tried to get the pass in there to number 8, Rudy Wisdom, but Rudy couldn't quite hold on to it, slipped out of his hands, but good pass there by Dial.
Yeah, it was there. He bought some time, and Dial, I tell you what, he's played a lot of football here tonight. Obviously, both sides of the ball game, which a lot of these Hornets play, going Ironman football, and late in the year too, it just kind of weighs on you, especially with the score here. But they have fought; they have not given up. Got to give them a lot of credit.
Dial loses control of the ball there and was trying to pass it, but a little wet, slippery there. And then big Trenton Hell, 5'10", 215-pound sophomore, was on him immediately. So it's going to be a big loss there, and it's going to make it 4th down and 10. Maybe our final play of the night. We've got 30 seconds left in this one, and just appreciate you being with us here tonight, and been blessed to be on the radio and then also on Prep Spin.
Yep.
Dunbar leading Bryan Station 21-14 in the 4th quarter. So they got a great game over there on the other side of Lexington. Pass complete again to
got 25 for LCA. Got coming up Aiden Finley with that last tackle of the ball game, brings it to an end, but they get real excited there, seeing those young guys make plays. The older veteran guys, for LCA, it's just neat to see that family come together. It's kind of like your younger brother coming up there and say, hey, he just knocked you in the mouth as well. So.
All right, with LCA with a very convincing win tonight in the quarterfinals of the playoffs. They defeat the Hornets of Metcalfe County 43-13. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with their UPS offensive and defensive players of the game. You're listening to Lexington Christian Academy High School football on Life 99.1, WJMM, and PrepSpin.com.
Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road, just behind Starbucks. Stop by and pick up your copy of their 85-page catalog. Crown Trophy is nationally known, but locally owned with 150 stores nationwide. Crown Trophy, the official provider of plaques for the Scholastic Ball Report and Prep Spin.
Same apples, same phone, same coffee, same items, different prices. So why would you pay more for the same thing? Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI can save you 30 to 60% compared to the costs of local hospitals. We have a state-of-the-art facility in the Lexington area. We believe that every patient deserves the best in affordable, quality care. Avoid surprise billing. Come to Lexington Diagnostic Center. Imaging focused on you.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Same shoes, same mixer, same computer, same items, different prices. So why would you pay more for the same thing? Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI can save you 30 to 60% compared to the costs of local hospitals. We have a state-of-the-art facility in the Lexington area. We believe that every patient deserves the best in affordable, quality care. Avoid surprise billing. Come to Lexington Diagnostic Center. Imaging focused on you.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's the big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
Some things never change. Like the sound of pads crushing against the equipment, the feel of cleats on fresh-cut grass, or the deep breaths from a full practice. Another thing that never changes, the feeling of relief when the whistle blows for break. And the savory snack to go along with it.
This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
There are 50 Whitaker Bank locations serving Kentucky communities just like mine.
61 Whitaker Bank ATMs throughout Kentucky make getting quick access to cash easy.
Whitaker Bank staff serves the needs of nearly 70,000 Kentucky customers every day.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Alongside Matt Leo. I want to thank Ron White, our producer, back at the radio, and William Moorfield here tonight with Prep Spin. So we blessed to have the best of both worlds here tonight. But the Eagles with a convincing quarterfinal playoff win as they win 43-13 against Metcalfe County. It was 40-0 at halftime. Running clock second half. Eagles played a lot of freshmen, sophomores, guys that don't get to play a lot of times, Matt, but it goes in the W column. Eagles go to 9-1, advance to the semifinals of Class 2A. Great win tonight for LCA.
It was a great win. LCA wanted to get out early, and they did so. They jumped out like they did last week against Somerset, and they were able to just keep extending it. Like you said, 40 points in the first half. You got that clock running, and it made it a short game, but it provided, the second half an opportunity to bring in a lot of the young guys and give them the experience that we talked about. And so obviously, LCA is thrilled to, again, it's another step on that ladder to where they want to be eventually, and that's in Commonwealth and Kroger Field, for the state championship.
Well, they are only one game away from getting to Kroger Field as they get the win tonight, 43-13. We want to have our UPS offensive and defensive players of the game. UPS stores locally owned in Tate Creek Center, Zandale Shopping Center, Hamburg, and Nicholasville, Kentucky. Sponsor our UPS offense and defensive players of the game. And obviously, Drew Nevis has a tremendous night again. He's won it several times, but I thought one of the seniors tonight had an outstanding game also tonight, Matt, on the offensive side.
Yeah, on the offensive side was our guy number 9, Will Vernon. So Will, had a lot of electric plays throughout the ball game, but again, had 2 touchdowns, ran for 1, caught a pass as well from Nevis. So we gave it to Will. He's a senior and very well deserving as well. So he's been a guy that's been very impactful throughout the year. Is a big threat, with that speed, and he does a lot for the Eagles. So big night for Will. Congratulations to Will Vernon.
Will Vernon, our UPS offensive player of the game, defensive side of the ball, a guy that's just been a rock last year and again this year. And we give him a hard time because he's dropped a few possible interceptions in the past. But tonight he was Velcro, baby. So our defensive player of the game.
Yeah, it's Mason Moore. Mason Moore came up big. He had 2 picks. One was a pick 6 and a few tackles as well. So obviously a lot of these guys did not play the second half, so their numbers throughout the ball game aren't as high as they usually are as far as tackles and in other categories. But it was high in the turnover, and that's for sure. And that's he came up big in the first half with 2 picks. And, again, 1 return for a touchdown. He also had a touchdown, I think, on the offensive side as well. So Mason Moore with our defensive player of the game.
Congratulations to Mason Moore and Will Vernon, our UPS offensive and defensive players of the game. Both having outstanding years. Will Vernon getting college offers already. Mason Moore starting to get a lot of people interested in him, and he's just a junior. Will Vernon, the senior. Next week, the Eagles will be playing again. We're not sure if we'll be back at Lexington Catholic. We really appreciate them hosting us tonight. They got this wonderful turf field, but the LCA more than likely be playing either the winner of Owensboro Catholic and Murray or Walton, Verona, and West Carter. So we'll check out social media. We'll know something on that on Saturday. But either way, the Eagles will be playing in the semifinals next week. And Matt, only got 7 seniors, but these guys, they want to play another game, and they get a chance to do that next week.
Yeah, we talked about early in this game about Somerset that they have taste that victory, that championship, and obviously LCA is hungry. They want to be at that table here when it's all said and done, and they want to be sitting around talking about that championship, and that's the goal. And here's another step on the ladder to get there. So looking forward to next week.
All right. Well, that's going to be a wrap here from Lexington Catholic. It is Lexington Christian Academy football, but, man, just been a great win for the Eagles. They go to 9-1 a year. They're ranked number 1 in Class 2A. The Eagles dominate tonight, leading 40-0 at halftime. The final score, 43-13. Congratulations to Coach Doug Charles as he gets another win on his belt, his 19th and only his second year as the head coach, and playing the toughest schedule, the highest RPI in all of classes, all 1 through 6A, toughest schedule in all of high school football. Eagles get the big win tonight, 43-13. I want to thank Ron White, our producer, back in studio for the radio win, WJMM, and thank William Warfield for helping us out tonight. He's the guy, Mr. Prepsman, the king of stream, and a friend, and just a real blessing to high school athletics all over the state of Kentucky. Your final score tonight. For Matt Leo, I'm Greg Horn, 43-13, LCA wins. We'll see you next week for Lexington Christian Academy High School Football. Good night.